Top Democrats are pushing their members to donate more money to the party's official campaign arm to fight the significant fundraising advantage held by GOP-aligned groups ahead of Election Day. The National Republican Congressional Committee, the chief campaign arm of the House GOP, started October with $92.3 million on hand compared to only $59.2 million for Democrats. That edge, combined with a recent Fox News poll showing Republicans have overtaken Democrats on the generic congressional ballot among likely voters, has Democrats scrambling to come up with more money. This week, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Majority Leader Steny Hoyer urged members to pay their dues to the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, DCCC. House GOP crushes Democrats in donations ahead of midterms, raking in $73 million. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer of Maryland, left, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi of California and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York speak with reporters after a meeting with President Trump at the White House October 16, 2019, in Washington. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer of Maryland, left, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi of California and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York speak with reporters after a meeting with President Trump at the White House October 16, 2019, in Washington. AP photo/Alex Brandon. Hoyer, DMD, sent a letter to House Democrats Thursday urging members in safe Democratic districts to pony up or risk losing the House. Having traveled to 57 districts across 26 states so far this election cycle, I have seen the determination and energy of our frontline incumbents and red to blue candidates firsthand, Hoyer wrote in the letter, a copy of which was reviewed by Fox News Digital. They can win, but only if they have the resources to do so. Pelosi, D. California, is trying to incentivize members to do their part by pledging to match any dues that pour into the DCCC throughout October. The Speaker has already raised nearly $37.8 million this cycle for Democrats through her campaign and leadership PAC. Another $22.2 million was raised through a joint fundraising committee benefiting Pelosi and the DCCC. Nancy Pelosi dismisses polls, insists Democrats are in great shape for midterms. But the Democrats' money is not going far enough this cycle. Democrats are struggling to protect a slim 5-seat majority amid 40-year high inflation and low job approval ratings for President Biden. Placeholder. A recent Fox News poll shows that Republicans have overtaken Democrats on the generic congressional ballot among likely voters. A recent Fox News poll shows that Republicans have overtaken Democrats on the generic congressional ballot among likely voters. AP photo/Barry Rieger. Even a slight Democratic edge in the generic ballot is still likely to yield modest Republican seat gains in the House, says Republican pollster Darren Shaw, who conducted the Fox News poll with Democrat Chris Anderson. These results indicate a tight battle for control of the lower chamber, but it's still a month out, and a late break one way or the other could have a major impact. While the DCCC has raised more money than the NRCC over the past 3 months, outside GOP groups are ahead overall. The Congressional Leadership Fund, the chief super PAC working to flip the House for Republicans, raised $73 million between July and the end of September. CLF's sum, which brings the group's total haul this cycle to $220 million, was significantly more than that $55 million raised by its Democrat counterpart, House Majority PAC. CLF is not sitting on the money. The Super PAC has plowed $200 million into boosting Republican candidates and attacking Democrats. Its most recent ad campaign is spread out over 16 congressional districts and includes $4 million against DCCC Chairman Rep. Sean Patrick Maloney in New York. Democrats are struggling to protect a slim 5-seat majority amid 40-year high inflation and low job approval ratings for President Biden. Democrats are struggling to protect a slim 5-seat majority amid 40-year high inflation and low job approval ratings for President Biden. AP photo/J. Scott Applewhite, file. The palpable energy we've seen all cycle behind the fight for a new majority is only intensifying in the final stretch, said Dan Constan, the Super PAC's president. Democrats hope they can make up the fundraising gap and undercut a GOP wave this November by having incumbents in safe House seats pony up.